What is up, guys? It's Michael Attender from Absolute Arbitrary bringing you another Gun Bros episode, only due to the fact that the Gun Bros developers now released the third planet, Ceres 2, to go without requirements requiring you to have 25 Gun Bros friends. So I am able to play, and I am not the reason why they did this, but I am able to play now because there's no requirements, so it is free to play for anybody. You don't have to spam pages going add me, you don't have to have friends at all. Actually, you could be a loner in your bedroom. However, you can play this planet now, and my expectations going into this planet was that it was supposed to be the best planet. Based on a poll, I believe this planet was said to be the favorite for most of the people. Now, I don't know how many people did the poll, I don't know how accurate the poll was, but that's just my expectations going, was this was going to be the best planet. Does it hold up to its reputation? It is a great planet. I'll give it that. I love the celestial background in between the valleys and whatnot. It is a well, laid out map. But I gotta be honest. The fourth planet with the zombies was my personal favorite. But I'm not gonna sit here and bash on this planet because this planet is great in its own ways. I love the celestial background, and that alone it adds that color, that glowing effect. I love that. But to give you guys a basic walkthrough of the layout, in the bottom left-hand corner of the map and on the top right-hand corner of the map, you will have two turrets. They both charge up over time, and then you walk by them and you release the power, and they become active and whatnot, and they help you out. Now, just a little side note here, when active, the turrets will kill you. They don't aim for you, but if you walk in the path of the little laser balls they shoot, they will kill you because there is team fire, there is team killing, and it's on. So you gotta watch out for that. My recommendation for that, and you guys will see that I was unaware of this going into the first few waves of this, so I did end up dying from the laser balls that they shoot, because I hadn't expected that to happen. However, my advice for this is that when you activate them, and I only advise activating them when you actually need it, because it's a dangerous tool. It helps you, it's beneficial, but it is dangerous, and you have to keep that in mind. So if you're being swarmed by dudes and you activate the turret, I advise you, and I know I love this because I've said this like 3 times, I haven't actually gotten around to it, but I advise you to go if you're going in the top right turret, I advise you to go in the top right corner of the map. And if you're on the bottom left hand corner of the map using that turret, I advise you to go even further down bottom left of the map so that you are hiding behind the turrets. Now the turrets are going to fire in one direction as a mass of dudes come at you, so I advise that you shoot in the opposite direction of that so you guys can, pan out and shoot everybody and protect yourselves well. Alright, so now moving on to the new guys, because I've noticed that even the basic grunts of whatnot and the melee guys and the basic range dudes, they're all new. They're all fresh, they're all new for this map. Now, the guys with the melee, the 2 swords, don't underestimate them because they do have sort of a lunge attack that you may be caught off guard at first. So I'll just advise you now to keep your range from them, because if anything, they're probably the most dangerous to you, simply because they will sneak up on you and they can take cover from dudes that are ranged and then sneak up on you. And they don't really need to be that close to you, so just keep in mind the distance between you and the melee guys, because they will do a little lunge attack and they will get you. So, and I'm not entirely sure, but I think they have an explosive backpack on, so aim for that. Unless, of course, you can't get behind them. The next dude you will encounter a few waves in is a little grunt with a gun, no big deal. He's going to fire off a few rounds of this laser ball thing. Pretty easy to escape from. However, in later rounds, there will be guys coming from both directions, and they'll fire off, and it's going to create like an X within the bullets, so it will get a little tricky to evade them. But with games like this, that's probably my favorite aspect of the games, because you have to like dodge and run around the dudes as if you're playing like football or something like that. So that's kind of just like a neat little thing that I can keep in mind, is like, dodging it like some running back in the NFL or something like that. So that's just a little fun aspect of that, but I don't advise you guys to let the guys build up so that you do have a ton of little laser balls to dodge, because they do hurt, and they will eventually kill you if you get too many of them floating around the screen. So take them out quick, and you won't have that problem. From here on out, you guys are going to encounter a few dudes that you were probably familiar with if you've been playing the game. First off is a little mine guy. If you shoot him, he'll stop, and then you shoot him a couple more times, he'll explode. So he sets himself on the ground, and then he kind of like ticks off for 2 minutes, 2 seconds, and then he blows up. And then another guy, as you see, is the mutations of the replications of the bros. They're tools, they're just giant mutation dudes. In this case, they're purple to match the celestial background, which I will again say is awesome. And then later on, at the end of wave 10, if you guys keep your eyes out for it, you will notice that there are little grenade dudes that are found in like every level. I'm not actually sure what they're called, but you know, they're little grenade guys. Their bodies are grenades. They're watching romantic comedies with female leads in their visors and whatnot. I can see their problem. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've had my own share of romantic comedies, and I've enjoyed a couple, like The Ugly Truth with Gerard Butler. That was actually a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna lie on that part. But you know, just take these guys out. Not a problem. You know, keep your range and just fire away. Now, in my opinion, I don't know about the quote-unquote best map. However, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a great map. Don't get any wrong ideas. But in my opinion, I definitely think this is the hardest map. That's right, the most difficult map of them all, and I will tell you why. In my opinion, I believe this is the hardest map because of the variety of guys you are versing. First off, you have the melee guys with the lunge. They will come in masses and they will eventually get you because they are hiding behind the basic grunts with the guns who fire off little laser balls. And it's just like, and not to mention, like, even though you have these guys coming at you and you have to dodge all that, you have to keep in mind that if you're using your own turret, that may kill you as well. And the turret does some substantial damage to your health bar, so you have to watch out for that. Like, there's just no other way around that. You have to watch out for that. So, in my opinion, I definitely, yes, this is the hardest map in my opinion, just because I feel like guys on this level do more damage than most other levels, and there's just so much to watch out for. I mean, you got friendly fire, you got melee dudes lunging at you, which is, I feel like it's new. I'm not sure if it's later on in waves on other planets, but to me this is new, so I imagine to most of you it's new. And excuse my jump from dudes to map, but something I found really helpful in this map that you may not pick up on was there are, unlike other maps, there are small vertical rocks that stick out of the ground, or like these little metal compartment things that are like cylinders that stick out of the ground. So I feel like it's definitely helpful to run around these and, you know, have the enemy fire the little plasma balls into this target, because it helps keep the number of bullets from the enemies out of the map, and so obviously from that you're going to be having less damage. So just keep that in mind if you guys have any problems with the amount of plasma balls coming at you. But that's really all I have for this planet. I did have a great time with it. I felt like the pace of action was a fairly decent rate. My favorite map, no, I'm going to stick with the zombie map, but it is probably second best because of the turrets and because of the variety of guys. The difficulty factor is definitely a plus. But thanks for watching, guys. Rate, subscribe, comment, and as always, have a nice day. You gotta love this game. You got to. And I love how the developers are constantly updating it. Like, that's a plus. So thank you, developers, personally. That's a big plus. But take it easy, guys.